Well, good day everyone and welcome back on the coolest YouTube channel. My name is Mole. It is the pre-boy on the coolest YouTube channel where we unfold the unknown. And without wasting any further time, let's look up what's coming up on the coolest YouTube. Escom. Yes. Yeah, let's try again. Welcome back to the coolest YouTube channel. My name is Mole. It is the pre-boy on the coolest YouTube channel where we unfold the unknown. And without wasting any further time, and before Escom interrupts again, let's look up what's coming up on the coolest YouTube channel. South Africans haven't experienced load shedding for almost a month. I wonder why. Former President Thabo Mbeki and Kgalema Motlanthe have started campaigning for the ANC. Now that's very interesting because the last time they campaigned was before Zuma was president. And last but not least, we look at the current polls conducted in South Africa. Who's more likely to win the elections on the 29th of May? Is it the MK? You better not miss out. Go! South Africa hasn't experienced load shedding for more than a month. Yep. This is the longest time South Africa hasn't experienced load shedding since 2022. Now that's a long time. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking that the ANC have stopped load shedding to use this as the strategy to gain voters for the 29th of May for the elections. What I can tell you is you're not the only one. The DA and the EFF has also came out and said, well, these people are using this as a strategy to gain voters for the 29th of May. With the DA going as far as releasing a statement condemning this thing that, well, this is unfair, this is so unethical. But to be honest, if I was the ANC, I would have done the same. Just to be honest. Because the ANC have been experiencing tough times for the longest of times, with there being a possibility of them going below 50% in the up and coming elections rather. So that's actually very smart. But the Minister of Electricity, Dr. Hossein Soramahop, has also came out and said, well, this is not true at all. The reason why we're not experiencing load shedding is because there has been some improvement in the electricity system. You mentioned power stations like your Kusile power station, which has three units that has came back, meaning the electricity system is currently performing better. So basically what he's saying is that in the month of winter, which is May, the electricity system is performing better. Yeah, right. If politics was boxing, then I think the ANC would definitely be in the heavyweights. These people would be there because these people are just heavyweights, not middleweights, heavyweights. These people would be competing with the likes of Deontay Wilder, George Foreman, Tyson Fury, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Smoking Joe Frazier. These people would definitely be there because they just have the heavyweights in their shield. Because former President Thabo Mbeki and former Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe have came out of retirement and just started campaigning for the ANC out of the blue. The last time, by the way, Thabo Mbeki campaigned for the ANC was before Jacob Zuma was president. Now that's a long time ago. Like that's just, I was in primary at that time. Just to give you an essence how, like the time frame, how long back it is. So that's very interesting. With people like Chilos Malema also coming out and say that, well, the reason why Kgalema and Thabo Mbeki are coming out to campaign for the ANC is because they are paid by capitalists. What do you think? Like, subscribe, and comment. What do you think is the reason for these people just to come out of all the blue and just start campaigning for the ANC? It's very interesting to know why. Because like also for those who want to see Kgalema Motlanthe, he will be at Ekurhuleni this up and coming Friday, while Thabo Mbeki was at the Jabulani Mall a few days back campaigning for the ANC. Now I found that very interesting, but another interesting point that I would add is that I don't really think, as much as they are high profile and well known, I don't really think them campaigning would probably just change the narrative of the older people, those who saw Thabo Mbeki and Kgalema Motlanthe in power. Well, as for the younger generation, they don't really resonate with young people because most young people can't even remember that Thabo Mbeki was once president, that Kgalema was once deputy and was once a president holding up for for Thabo Mbeki after Thabo Mbeki stepped down. So it's very interesting. What do you think? Do you think there's some effectiveness with these two powerhouses, heavyweight, coming back just to campaign for the ANC? Like, subscribe, and comment on the coolest YouTube channel. Well, and now moving on to the polls conducted on who's likely to win the elections on the 29th of May. Well, I think for me, it's pretty much obvious that the ANC is going to win. But here, the biggest thing is that the ANC might drop below 50%. Now, that's the biggest thing. Will the ANC drop below 50%, or will they just make it above 50 plus? With the likes of Thabo Mbeki, Kgalema coming back, one might say it's very much likely. Because if you remember in the 2019 election, the last elections, ANC from the 60s, they fell down to 57. Now, a lot of people have said that they might drop below 40%. And when I say a lot of people, I mean IPOS have also came out to say that, well, these people are going to get around 40%. Now, what's the rationale? What do we mean by this? When a political party gets more than 50% of vote, it means they run the country on their own. But when they go below 50%, it means it's no longer the majority rules. So that's the biggest thing currently for ANC, with a lot of political parties, because remember, South Africa has pretty much around 70 political parties, and 11 independent candidates will be going on head-to-head on the field there on the 29th of May, coming up just 2 or 3 weeks. So, but the biggest thing here, a lot of political parties have spoken amongst themselves that if the ANC drop below 50%, they're going to mesh to make sure that the ANC are excluded, meaning when they vote, when the votes come together of all of these political parties, they're going to have more votes than the ANC, so that to remove the ANC from power, which is very interesting, because I don't think it's going to happen, because someone is bound to sell out, someone is bound to not follow the instruction. It's life, it happens. But very interesting enough, a professor at Johannesburg University of Johannesburg has came out and said, well, as much as the ANC are going to drop significantly, with some even predicting to the 40s, but as competitors, when you speak about your DA, your EFF, and I suppose you can add your Inkatha Freedom Party, they themselves haven't really made significant ground to get anywhere closer to the ANC, because according to the current stats, the DA is going to grow just by a small margin, around the 21% there, with the EFF also just around the 11%, somewhere there, and the Inkatha Freedom Party 4.5%, which one can say that that's not really a significant gap. Like, there's still a huge gap between them and the ANC. And also, I think one of the biggest dominator here, one of the changes of everything here, is your MK, your Umkhonto weSizwe, the former president Jacob Zuma, who recently joined it. I think they have been the biggest dominators. Like, they actually pretty much, according to me, changed politics. They changed the politics. They changed the politics in South Africa. I can put it like that, because a lot of ANC people left ANC to go to MK. I can say the same thing about the EFF people. They've also lost some members going on to join the MK, who most people are saying, well, these people on the very first election, they might cause some havoc. Well, I don't know, but what I can tell you is, don't miss out, like and subscribe. Until next time, we say love and peace.